In this part we're going to be making the wallpaper pattern, so I'll show you how to use the pattern making function in Illustrator and also how to use the warp effect. So to begin with, we're going to get our ellipse tool and drag out a long skinny ellipse and just give it a white fill. Then what we're going to do is take our direct selection tool, click on the bottom anchor point and convert it so that it's pointy. And then we can even select the left and right anchor point and just drag them up a little bit until you've got a shape that looks roughly like that. Now I'm going to select this shape and go to Effect, Warp and Arc. I'm going to check Vertical and just play around with the bend until you find something that you're happy with. And then we need to turn this into a shape. It's still on the original shape, so to do that we go Object and Expand Appearance. Okay. So we're going to make these little fern shapes. So I'm just going to hold down Alt and drag out a copy. And again and again. And now I'm just going to position them until they're in that sort of fern shape. Okay, and now I'm going to select all of these and go Object, Transform, Reflect, Vertical and Copy, and then hold down Shift so you can drag it out straight. And then I'll group those together. Okay, so I've got my first shape. Now I'll make this little guy here. So to do that, I'll use the warp effect again. I'll just drag out an ellipse shape and convert the right anchor point with the direct selection tool so it's pointy. Then go Object, Transform, Reflect, Vertical, Copy. Oh, didn't want to do that. Now I'll group these two together by going Command G and then go to the Effects panel, and again I'll use that arc effect. This time checking horizontal. Just play around with the settings until you're happy. That'll do. And expand the appearance. Doesn't quite look like my other shape, but that's okay. We'll work with this. Just play around with the shapes and the warp effects until you come up with something that you're happy with. Again, I'll take my direct selection tool and convert the bottom so that it's pointy. I'm going to apply a different effect to this one. I'll do the squeeze effect. Okay, object expand appearance. And then group these together. So to make my pattern, I'm going to drag out just a square and give it a background colour. And then I'm going to arrange these objects so that they're nice and balanced in the square. First I have to send this to the front, so object arrange, bring to front, I'll shift command, right square bracket. Okay, so all the objects are balanced in the square. I'm going to group all those together and just resize it a little bit. Then I'm going to select this and go Object, Pattern, Make. And click OK. So it's turning this into a pattern. We can get our pattern making tool, the pattern tile tool, and drag in the sides a little bit. You can play around with where everything's sitting, so you can brick it by row, brick by column, see what you think looks good. I think I'm happy. I might do this one. Yeah, that's fine. So when you're happy with it and you played around, click on Save a Copy and go OK. And then you can exit out of pattern mode by going Done. So going back to the picture here, which is hidden, there we go. I'm going to get my rectangle tool and drag out a square or a rectangle the size of the canvas. Send it to back by going Shift Command left square bracket. Now I'm going to give this rectangle the pattern fill that I just made. So you go to your Swatches panel. You can go Window and Swatches to bring it up if you can't see it. And it's just right there, so I'll just click on that and then the pattern will appear. Now if that's looking a little bit too small, I preferred it when it was about that size, you can get your scale tool and hold down Alt and click. And then I don't want to transform the object, just the pattern, so I might make it 200% of the original size. Go OK. Let's see, didn't work. Just need to make sure that's checked first before I do it. So that's looking a bit better. I could make it smaller if I wanted by going, say, 50% of the original size. And that would make it really tiny. So maybe 250. Beautiful. Okay, and now you've made your pattern. In the last tutorial, we were just putting on the finishing touches like the window frame and curtains.